It's a 32,000 sellout at Pride Park for a game that rarely needs stoking up. The rumpus following Forest's victory in the reverse fixture last August, when both teams were fined for failing to control their players and Nathan Tyson was suspended for his flag-waving antics, is still fresh in the memory. And today, Forest manager Billy Davies returns for the first time to the club he took into the Premier League 3 years ago. What about your manager? How's he going to be feeling today, do you think, after what happened to him?
After what happened to him here, he desperately, I'm sure, he wants to work one over them, and I'm sure he's told the lads in the dressing room that.
Well, I think deep down inside, I think it hurt him. I think it hurt him the way he was treated, and I think he's got a point to prove.
The divide between the two clubs also extends to how best to celebrate the contribution of the management duo that connects them, Brian Clough and Peter Taylor. In the centre of Nottingham stands a statue of Brian Clough alone. But in the summer, this is where Derby County will erect another one in honour of the pair of them. And under here, we can reveal for the first time a miniature replica of what it's going to look like. Wendy, are you going to do the honours?
I hope they're there. Come on, Dad. Come on, Brian. Ta-da!
And what do you think the two of them would think of the job that Nigel's doing here?
I think they'd say, keep a steady hand, son. You know, it'll work out. I remember when they went to Hartlepool were fourth from bottom, and at the end of their first season, they were second from bottom. So, you know, sometimes you've got to go down before you go up. So I think they'd say he's doing a good job.
And has there ever been a moment over the last year or so where you've thought, oh, blimey, what have I got myself into?
No, not from that. We had a pretty good idea because we weren't totally unknown to football management for the last sort of 30 or 40 years, so we had an idea what it'd be like, but we don't get to see the kids as much, unfortunately. That's the sad part of it.
You've got the geography, you've got the family connection. Is this the one that's right there, the one you always look forward to?
Yeah, I think it surprises people when they come into the area how passionate and how ardent it is in terms of, everyone talks about the Merseyside and even the Glasgow one, the Manchester derby, but in its own way. This is just important to the people in the East Midlands. So no, all family connections, anything goes out the window. We just want a result for Derby today.
Forest had never won at Pride Park going into this one, and they had Lee Camp to thank for keeping them level early on, saving from Jake Buxton. Forest were quite clearly the form team, but the Rams looked threatening from set pieces. Sean Barker this time with the effort, but Camp again foiled his former club. The visitors found their stride after the break, in particular Radoslav Majewski. How about this for a mazy run to somehow create a chance for Paul Anderson? But the midfielder couldn't make the most of the opportunity. Derby goalkeeper Stephen Bywater had to be at his best to keep out Dexter Blackstock and then Anderson, as Forest looked for the win that would put them level on points with top of the league Newcastle, even if only for a few hours. When Forest old boy Chris Commons set up Rob Holtz for what proved to be the only goal, the celebrations were understandable, as Derby fans haven't had much to cheer about at Pride Park recently. They hadn't won at home in the Championship since November. In keeping with tradition, this fixture didn't pass without a flashpoint. It arrived in stoppage time. Chris Gunter and Jay McKeverley clashed, and there were plenty of teammates wanting to get involved. But no more goals, and Forest finally get beaten on the road.
I think we deserved it over the 90 minutes. We were by far the better team. To beat Forest after a 19-game unbeaten run is a credit to the gaffer, the backroom staff and all the players, and the crowd played an important part today. We were absolutely magnificent.
I believe the custom is to celebrate by waggling a corner flag, but can I just suggest you have a few free drinks that are coming your way tonight?
Yeah, we'll celebrate the right style. We're not going to do no nonsense. That's in the past now. Let us enjoy it, be sensible, and we'll enjoy the night.
Go and milk it, off you go.